Hey guys, welcome back. If you are thinking about making a move to the Des Moines Metro, surely Waukee has come up in your research and is probably one of your considered suburbs. So today we're going to be talking about 5 things that you should probably know before you decide to make that leap. Now, Waukee is being talked about for a reason, so these are some good things. We'll make this a very quick video for you guys, so let's get right into it. I'm Jacob Simon. I'm a local realtor here in the Des Moines area. I live myself in the west suburbs and spend a lot of time in Waukee and have spent a lot of time helping people move to Waukee lately as a lot of young people move out to that city. So here we go. Let's get right into it. Number 1, Waukee is one of the fastest growing communities not only in the state but in the country. It is growing so dang fast, and it's a good thing and a bad thing. Now you look back just even years ago, Waukee had a smaller town feel. There's the Waukee Triangle, and now very quickly it's become a full-blown suburb with its own amenities. People who live in Waukee no longer have to leave Waukee to get everything that they need, whether that's restaurants, groceries, and everything in between. But the con here that truly sticks out to me is that you really are going to have to deal with construction. New construction, road closures, existing places and lots turned into new restaurants. Every single day it feels like new things are popping up, and then while it's exciting, you are going to have to deal with detours and things like that to get around Waukee. But all in all, I think that the fast growing piece of Waukee is an exciting thing and what is drawing a lot of people out there right now. Number 2 is that schools are a major draw in Waukee. The Waukee School District is growing along with the population. We have Waukee Northwest in addition to the older Waukee High School, and there are plans later on down the road to probably be adding a third. In fact, that land was already purchased by the school district of Waukee. So schools, not only they're growing fast, but they are keeping up above very high rankings. So Waukee schools are ranked very highly. I think that a lot of people I've been working with, if they have kids, are strongly considering Waukee, largely because of the school system, because of the strong academics and athletics that are involved within the Waukee School District. Third is that new construction is everywhere. I already mentioned retail spaces, commercial spaces that also exist when it comes to homes and real estate for purchase for you guys to live in. Now, again, this kind of comes with a pro and a con. A huge caveat here that I will mention in just a minute if you are considering buying new construction. So this can be a pro or a con depending on how you look at it, but I think the good side of this is that you have plenty of options, especially if you're wanting that newer house. So yes, Waukee still does have some of its older homes, especially as you get closer to the older part of Waukee and the Triangle, but outwards, Waukee is exploding with all this new building. Now that could mean townhomes closer to the mid $200,000 by entry-level builders, and then you're getting so many other homes that are up to well above $1 million. So huge price range here that's all new that is available to you. Now the caveat that I did mention that I want to bring up is if you are considering buying new construction, I really want you to make sure that you have a plan for how long you want to be in this house. If there's some uncertainty, I might actually recommend that you avoid new construction. Now, not to go off on a huge tangent, but if you're buying a new construction house for, let's say, $300,000 and you want to sell it 2 years later, well, I promise you that same builder is going to be building a similar or maybe the same exact floor plan right down the road or in the neighborhood next door, and you are not going to get your money's worth. You may even have to bring money to the closing table as a seller, and that's something that we always want to avoid. So if you're going to do this, make sure you have a plan, make sure you're going to be there long term, make sure you have the capacity to turn it to a rental, something along those lines, so that you make sure that you aren't hurting yourself by selling that new construction property in the next 2 years. Of course, as you get higher up your price point, this matters a little bit less, but this matters tremendously across all new construction, especially though in that entry level space. The other con that comes with that is, of course, if you buy a house in a new construction neighborhood, your neighborhood's going to have vehicles and construction people constantly in and out doing work. So another thing to consider. However, if you can look past that, there's a lot of new construction options that I think are going to be really good for you if that's something that you are seeking. Point number 4 about this is that you are 100% going to need a car if you're going to live in Waukee. Frankly, I think that you need a car if you're going to live anywhere in the entire Des Moines Metro, even if you are downtown Des Moines. If you're coming from out of state or a different city, it is important to know that Des Moines as a whole, even downtown, is not the most walkable city. So if you get out to a suburb like Waukee, it's not going to be super walkable. There are pieces of Waukee that you may be able to walk to, but you're going to need a car. If you're coming from a more urban lifestyle, this is important to know that it's a suburb, but all of Des Moines is not super walkable, especially Waukee. So things are going to be spread out. You're going to need that car, and it's just something to know if you're coming from that more populated lifestyle, like I said, more urban lifestyle. The good news is that we have really strong highway access, so especially if you live more in that south piece of Waukee where a lot of new stuff is being built and closer to that third high school land will eventually be, you have really close highway access to Highway 80. We have Hickman that runs through the middle of Waukee. That'll get you to 35 as well. So not that this is a major problem, but it is just something that you need to know if you're thinking about moving here. And point 5, if you're thinking about buying a home here, just know that buying here sooner is better than waiting. I think that generally, I usually say that waiting out the market for the perfect time might not always work out, but I think that that is particularly the case in Waukee. Prices with all of the new building and all of the construction and everything happening in the city as it grows so fast are starting to go up. They have been going up, and I think that there's a window here in the next couple of years where if you buy here, you're going to feel very confident that your home value is going to continue to appreciate. Again, remember the caveat about buying a brand new construction house. That might happen slower, but I do think that value is going to continue to appreciate as Waukee grows so fast. The building plans, you can check out other videos on my page, in Waukee are tremendously big. Millions and millions and millions of dollars are being pumped in. So I think it's a good time to buy in Waukee, but that window may continue to start to close. This time continues to move on. So the window's wide open right now. I think it's a great time, and I think it will continue to be a good time for a little while. So just something to consider about that, but I just think it's worth being ready if moving to Waukee is on your radar. I think it's worth having that pre-approval in hand and being ready, especially as we move into spring here in the 2026 real estate market. I think things are going to be busy. So just make sure you're ready to go if this is something that you're thinking about. And as always, please reach out to me if you have any questions about Waukee or the entire Des Moines metro, whether you're thinking about moving to Waukee or West Des Moines, want comparison pieces, let me know. But if you're thinking about moving to Waukee or you live in Waukee, drop a comment about one of your favorite things that you've seen so far. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you in the next video.